Right, we're on day 4 of December Daily. Just a quick one today. It was just about drinking hot chocolate with my son. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of him, but I did get a picture of his hot chocolate. He's a very active person, so he's quite hard to get a photograph of, a decent one anyway, that isn't blurred. So there's just one of me there and my hot chocolates there. So I am just going to do some sort of backing for the photograph of me. I have found this, which I quite like, the busyness on top of busyness, if you see what I mean, on this background page. So I'm just going to mount that right now. I'll use the wet glue to stick it down again, because it seems to have been working quite well with these pictures, even though the backing is quite shiny. And I'm just going to stick that down on there with a nice even border all the way around with that poinsettia paper on the background. And then I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and cut the excess away. And then I'll ink those edges. Then to make it even more over the top, I think I'm going to use this paper. I think it was from a Christmas pack, but it kind of looks like Chinese dragons, doesn't it? I'm going to mount that again, keep it all quite central, mount that in the middle, but then I'm going to, could just have it at the bottom as a pocket. And then have my, I'm going to do that. Right, so I'm going to make this into a pocket instead with the photograph mounted on top. So I'm just going to have a look and think, right, I'm going to cut that about there.
Sure.
And keep that as straight as I can. So I'll glue that on 3 edges. 1, 2, 3. So as you'll see today, not every single layout has to be a major undertaking. You can just do something really simple and it will still be nice and effective. That goes on there. The photograph's going to be mounted in the middle. Just trying to keep it centralised as I can. Stick it down and give it time to stick well. That's another scrap from my trusty scrap box. Because it's glittery card underneath, it does need a little bit of extra time to stick. Then I've got these photographs of the hot chocolates, and I'm going to cut around those. My only concern is going to be those bits inside the handle. I think I'll need a craft knife for those bits. And then that's going to go to the edge of the page like that, so it overlaps. So there was another one there, which was my son's. Yep, I'm going to do that one too. I'm going to leave the centre of that because I think it is nondescript enough to not really look like it's in a different background. It's a similar kind of colour to this. This might be a different story, so we'll try this one as well. Right, I'm going to stick that one straight down. And I'm quite glad that, so my son took the photograph and it was a bit, he got me very central, whereas I would have zoomed in and got rid of this. But I like that he kept that because that means that this cup is going to have somewhere to sit. So this is just a memento of our little hot chocolate day. And we sat and watched a bit of telly and had our first hot chocolate. I had marshmallows and everything in it. And it was very delicious. It was a nice hot chocolate. I can be a bit hit and miss with the way I make it, so I was happy that I had a nice batch made. I'm going to need to take that handle out. So what I'll need is a craft knife and a craft board. And there we go, so I've cut that middle out, and then that can just sit up there. Make sure I get some on the handle so it doesn't peel away. I could put too much on there. Scrape that onto somewhere else that needs it. Just going to use my thumb to wipe away the excess glue that's splodged out a little bit there. There we go. Right, and then I just need to do my journaling and then stick that inside the pocket. So I'll get that done and then I'll come back to you. Right, so there we have it. I've just got my little piece of journaling there on a piece of loose tea-stained paper. I've got my photograph there, my other photograph cut up into bits there to make the embellishments. Now, I think I probably just need a couple of gems, don't I? It's a little bit of extra sparkle and festivity. Let's see what we've got in here. I've got these sparkly red dot things. Oh no, it's already stuck to my fingernail. I'm just going to dot those around the place just to brighten things up. I think I've got some gold in there as well. I might get a couple of gold bits. I've one on top of the photograph. Oops. One there. And then one there like that. That's just a bit of interest. These gold ones. I'll just couple those up a little bit. There. Glue might have come off that one. There. And there. No, I need another one. I'm going to do a small one. There. It's supposed to go on the red background, but never mind. Oh, have I nudged it? There, that's about right. There we go. Simple day 4 layout for December Daily. Bye.